Hey guys, it is Shell, the Spiritual Warrior here, and today we are discussing do our thoughts have feelings, but particularly we are discussing the inability to live in the present. So everything that we've discussed this week, that's pretty much what it ends up being. When you make other people responsible for your emotional attachment, when you have thoughts that come up, when somebody says something to you that you have a negative emotional attachment to, or even a positive emotional attachment to. But it's more so, well, no, even a positive emotional attachment to, honestly, and I never even thought of that. But when you have a negative feeling attached to a thought, it removes you from living in the present. You kick into anxiety mode, you kick into defensive mode, you kick into how can you ultimately get this person back, or like, oh, this person attacked me, I gotta ultimately, destroy them in some cases. I don't know about y'all, but I've had that thought before, like, oh, you said what? Oh, I'm about to destroy your ass. But as well as good feelings, attaching to good feelings can also remove you from the present moment. We go off and, oh, it's gonna be so great, and this is gonna happen, and this is gonna happen, and that's gonna happen, and that's gonna happen, and we are just removed from whatever presently happened, whether we initially thought it was good or bad. So attaching any type of emotion to our feelings, it often gets us carried away into another thought. It takes us from the present. And a lot of times we need to remain present. Not even a lot of times, all the time we need to remain present. Present is where clarity is. When you are present, you get to hear all of the things that are being communicated without emotion. You have suspended your feelings about what's being said. You can just hear them and take them in. You can decide what the heck they mean later. Like, you assign the meaning to it. So you can decide, what happens, or, continue to go along with it and get more information. But ultimately, the present moment is where clarity lies. So immediately when you remove yourself from the present moment, things become unclear. They are not as clear as they were when you were aligned, present, here. You can't be two places at once. That's really what it is. Either you can be present, or you can be in the past, or you can be in the future. You're not gonna be all three places at once. And if I had any advice, stay in the present. The future, you don't know what the heck is going to happen. The past, it already happened. Stay present. When you go off in other directions, it's difficult to be open to what's next, right? Like I said, either you're in the past or in the future, or you can be in the present. When you're in the future, because you may think, well, what's next? What's next lies in the future. Not really. What's next will create the future, but if you jump to the future, you're not creating anything. So your future will actually be just jumbled events of whatever the heck happened next after you flew off and got attached to feelings and just went somewhere else. That's what the future will look like. The place where the future is created is in the present. That is where you get to make a conscious decision about what's going on next. You get to make a conscious decision about what was said. You get to make a conscious decision about what was said even meant, and how it can be applied to bettering the future. So stay present. Also, like I said, when whether it is negative or positive feelings, you're looking through, it changes the lens that you're looking through. If you're looking through, if whatever was said that brought a thought to your mind that you now have decided was a bad thought, that's not a lens that you're looking through. You're looking through the lens of the feeling, not necessarily logic, not necessarily fact, but you're looking through the lens of the feeling, which means, like we talked about, vibration and mood and all those things. Whatever comes next through this lens, it ain't gonna be good. It is not gonna match, well, the thought is gonna match your vibration, which is a bad vibe right now. That thought is gonna match right with that bad vibe. So when you're looking through that lens, it's not gonna be a helpful one. Similarly, but totally opposite, if you jump to something that is great, if somebody said something and just all the feelings are like, yes, that's excellent, that's the lens that you're now looking through. So although it is a feel-good lens, you're thinking that whatever was said, the emotion should be good, so now it's all good. You miss things. We run off and excuse me. We run off and we miss different key points that if we had not gotten so excited and we were able to just remain present and clear, we may have caught in order to make that future experience everything that we thought it could be when we first heard it. But if we abandon ship too fast, and whether it be for the bad or the good, if we abandon ship too fast, clarity goes out the window. We give up our opportunity to make something make sense. We give up our opportunity to make any changes, make any adjustments. We give up our opportunity to collaborate with the force. We give up that opportunity to really collaborate and really to listen and really to hear. Because like I said before in other videos, this is a collaborative effort. You are not doing this thing by yourself. And anytime you leave the present moment, there's no more room for collaboration. You're just stuck in here. Either you're stuck in the past or you're stuck in the future, but you are not in the present. The present is the only place that collaborative effort works, lives, reality. I mean, the present moment is the only thing that's really real. So it's kind of impossible to be both, in the past or in the future and expect to still be able to collaborate at the same rate or same level. This really just not possible. So learning to detach from our thoughts, it ultimately puts us in position to be clear about what we want, to be clear about what we are capable of receiving and bringing into our lives. It leaves room for the collaborative effort to happen. You can't run this thing by yourself. There are different forces that take place and collaborate in order for things to come out the way you want them to come out. It is a good way to detaching feeling from your thoughts. It's a good way to grow. It's a good way to recognize your triggers. It's a good way to recognize when you have not fully dealt with something or moved past something, because you'll feel it. Anytime it comes up, you're going to have a physical reaction to it, and that's how you're going to know that it's still a trigger. But like I said in the other videos, it's that feeling is not for you to now attack the person who made you feel that way, because you'll just be attacking people all the time because they made you feel that way. You have to figure out what that is within yourself and heal it within yourself, love it within yourself, pay attention to it within yourself. That's not a job for anybody outside of you to do. That's a job for you to do. People outside of you can be supportive of it, but ultimately it is not their responsibility. It is not their responsibility to make you happy. It is not their responsibility to not say certain things in order to keep you feeling comfortable and in your safe space. That's not what other people are around us for. Other people are around us to show us the different things that we're able to grow upon and show us that we are capable of growing past this thing, and we're capable of dealing with it, and ultimately we're capable of making ourselves happy. For me, there is nothing better than a person who can make themselves happy and they're not like constantly looking for you to make them feel good. Because that person, they haven't snatched their power back yet. That person is currently, anybody can change for sure. That's the point. But currently that person has no idea how powerful they are. That person has no idea what they're capable of. That person is still waiting for other people to be their hero when they already came in the hero. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed the series. Thoughts attaching Do our thoughts have feelings? Yes, that was the name of the series. Do our thoughts have feelings? And I hope you learned something. I hope you guys can take something away. I hope it's, something that you notice, or you begin to notice your triggers. This is the same road that helped me begin to notice my triggers and the things I could do differently and how I could make myself happier consistently and truly happy. Not, go out and have a shopping spree and now I'm happy, but really dig into the things within myself that I was unhappy with and figuring out what the root of those things were. And if I had to have a conversation with somebody to make it better, having the conversation, all of those things. It's hard to get to a place of peace, clarity, anything, happiness, when you have a lot of just chapters open, when there's a lot of things that you have to deal with that you're just ignoring and haul-assing in the other direction instead of going back and looking at those things. So please continue to grow. Don't run from it. Don't shy from it. Just dive in. You guys got this. I promise you guys got this. So continue to grow. Continue to be high vibration. Continue to feel good. Continue to love both yourself, first yourself, and others. And I love you guys. Peace.